We have a Forbes article here. I have a Forbes article. People were making jokes about how now Trump has locked in the black vote after having affairs and not paying taxes and now getting shot and surviving, right? Will surviving gunfire be Donald Trump's next appeal to black voters? By Sean Harper, contributor. I am a diversity, equity, and inclusion expert. I love how the DEI freaks are always the most racist of them all. I was just like, how do you do this? How do you... Bold move! Let's see if it pays off. Shots were fired at a Trump campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The former president narrowly escaped. He emerged bloody, but fortunately not critically injured. President Trump thanks law enforcement and first responders for their quick action during this heinous act. Spokesman Stephen Chung said in a statement he's fine and is being checked out at a local medical facility. Tragically, one attendee is dead, and at this time, another is in some serious condition. The suspected shooter is also dead. Well, Trump sees the apparent assassination attempt against him as an opportunity to meaningfully address the epidemic of gun violence in America. Will he deem unacceptable the dangers to which citizens are exposed as they go to schools, place of religious worship, concerts, movie theaters, supermarkets, shopping malls, sporting events, and now presidential campaign rallies? It's possible, but unlikely. Butler is less than an hour north of Pittsburgh, and it isn't an urban center, but many big cities in which large numbers of black Americans reside have long been plagued with inexcusably high levels of gun violence. Everytown Research and Policies Analytics of 2018 to 2022 FBI data shows that black people in Pittsburgh are 14 times more likely to die by gun homicide than are whites in the place affectionately known as the Steel City. I can't tell who's trolling who anymore, chat. Like, what is this article? They said it! They referenced the data! On the other side of the Commonwealth, Philadelphia's homicide rate was 30.8 fatalities per 100,000 residents in 2022. Blacks comprise the city's single largest racial group. I don't like reading that sentence. They're 5 times more likely to die by gunfire than are whites. Milwaukee, where this year's Republican National Convention is being held, has the 6th highest homicide by firearm rate in the nation. There, blacks are 6.7 times more likely to be shot and killed than are white residents. That's right, Jay. The presumptive Republican presidential nominee has repeatedly contended that the August 2023 release of his criminal mugshot deeply resonated with black voters because they know firsthand the unfairness of our nation's criminal justice system. He has since relied on that narrative to persuade more black Americans to cast votes for him this November. More black men now than 4 years ago say they're voting for Trump this time, but not many of them say they're planning to do so because of any notion of shared kinship with judicial injustice. That's a very high rate. That's a very high rate. And, like, gun control is not going to fix this because a criminal is going to get a gun regardless of what the law says. So it's just like, I'm not really sure. Jeremy from the Quartering lived in Milwaukee for decades. He's seen a lot of crime. He says Milwaukee's a shithole. Yeah. Tim Pool came from Chicago as well. Like, it's crazy how a lot of these big creators lived in, like, really bad areas and were finally able to get out. The article that got deleted. I don't know if it got deleted, but I was using an archive just in case. I wasn't risking anything. Forbes being racist. I'm shocked. Well, not that shocked, actually. Hopefully being shot doesn't become a similarly problematic strategy to link Trump with an experience that far too many, not all, black people have. I cannot imagine thinking of myself as a progressive diversity and inclusion officer and then typing this sentence and going, Yeah. Yeah, that's good. This is so fucking insane. Being shot, the true black experience. What did he mean by this? Instead, using his powerful platform to advocate fixing this through public policy and significant financial investments into urban black communities is the opportunity that awaits Trump once he recovers from the tragedy that occurred at his rally. Trump survived an assassination attempt. That means he has to give more money to black communities. What? Another racially problematic kinship narrative is unlikely to make black voters see Trump as one of them. And it most certainly won't fix the gun violence crisis in rural, suburban, or urban places in which too many Americans are unnecessarily placed at risk of being shot. Can I ask you, dear Mr. Sean Harper, I'm assuming your pronouns, sir, Mr. Sean Harper, can I ask that, do you believe, where is it? Where is it? Here you go. Mr. Sean, do you believe that black people see you as one of them? What a fucking weird sentence to type out. It's like, again, I have the Chappelle skit with his fucking HR manager. Man, Ziz, I don't know if you'll be able to find that, because I couldn't find it the last time I looked, but if you could find that, I would love it. I would love you, sir. It just reminds me of the Chappelle skit again. Like, it becomes so relevant. It becomes so relevant every time, where Chappelle's like, why can I say the N-word with impunity, but I cannot say the F-word? And his HR lady is just like, well, David, you're not one of them. And it's like, what? What did you mean by that? This man is willing to look up the percentage of black people being shot, but you wonder if he'd look up the percentage of people doing the shooting. Now that guy definitely touched himself after writing this. Jesus. Can confirm the article cannot be found on Forbes anymore. I wonder why. Oh, that's fucking nuts. It was just like a contributor too, so it was like an opinion article. I can't believe they took it down. That's crazy. Immediately after shots were fired, Trump fell, and then Secret Service agents rushed to his side. He was down just over 1 minute, and as the agents lifted him, he stood again. Trump looked into the crowd and raised his fist. After winning gold and bronze medals... Wait, what's this? Is this a different article? Did it just, like, lump into something else? Oh. No, it goes into black injustice, I guess? What? Why is he bringing up George Floyd? What is happening in this article? It's the same one. After winning gold and bronze medals for their spectacular performances in the men's 200-meter race in the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City, American track athletes Tommy Smith and John Carlos raised gloved fists as they stood on the podium. The two black men were protesting racial injustice in their home country as the Star-Spangled Banner began to play. The photograph of what has since become known as the Black Power salute remains one of the most iconic images in global sports history. Hopefully, Trump doesn't claim that his raised fist was an homage to Smith and Carlos, two powerful black Americans. The communist symbol is also a raised fist. I don't think Trump was secretly signaling to communist or black supremacists. I think he was just doing a, hey yo, I fucking lived, bitch, kind of motion, right? Like, what? What is this what is happening? In June 2020, many black Americans and supporters from other racial groups marched in cities all across the nation with their fists raised. They were protesting Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin's murder of George Floyd, an unarmed black man. Many outraged citizens peacefully marched outside the White House. Then President Trump weaponized the National Guard and law enforcement against them. But now, just over 4 years later, there's a chance that his raised fist at the Pennsylvania rally becomes erroneously connected to the black people who were marching with raised fists in rallies in the summer of 2020 and at other moments in American history. Let's hope not. Excuse me, but the fiery but peaceful protests did not get what they actually deserved. All of them got off scot-free, except for the ones who got murdered by other peaceful protesters during the riots. All of them got off scot-free. They didn't have to pay for damages. They didn't see the inside of a jail cell. Nothing happened. No one got convicted of anything. Police did jack shit to protect the businesses and the residents. The rewriting of history continues to be insane to me. Also,